Thank you for joining us today. We are meeting with Dr. Josh Deere and Todd Forkel from Altru Health System to learn more about how CVIC and Altru work together for the health of our community. Well, maybe we'll start with we've got a new hospital, I heard. So maybe tell us how the progress is going.
It looks pretty awesome, doesn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah,
it's
so
exciting.
progress in Grand Forks
And
for our
the
region.
contrast, like from the old to like
Right.
it's night and day.
No, it's great. We're really excited about the build itself and the fact that we're coming to completion, right? A huge step for our community. From a care delivery perspective, obviously state-of-the-art ORs, private rooms pre and post procedure, which is a change. Our replacement hospital has tons of natural light, which you can see, right, when you drive by. And then for sure, our emergency room is going to be a very different care experience. Just understanding our current space is small, built in the 70s, and our new space is really all individual rooms, on-stage, off-stage care delivery. Just a far different experience for those that are seeking care at sometimes their worst moments, right?
Maybe talk to us about some of your proudest moments and maybe some of the learnings you've had, because certainly there's no shortage of that when you're building a hospital.
Well, certainly the most prideful thing is what's coming out of the ground that we just talked about. So it'll be the most technologically advanced hospital in the upper Midwest, at least for a short term until someone else builds. So take a ton of pride in that, along with the work we've done to improve the employee engagement and the workplace culture. I think the greatest learning is really when I got here, it was very apparent this is a can-do community, that when there's a project or a need, people get behind it. And Mayor Buczynski talks a lot about momentum. And there's clearly a ton of momentum in this community in many, many sectors, healthcare included.
So how about you, Dr. Deere? What are some of the learnings or things that you've seen?
Really had a lot of positive changes. And I think the thing that I'm most proud of is the quality improvements that we've done. The care that we're delivering now is getting better. And we have a North Star goal of being a 5-star hospital by the time we move into the new building, which is quickly upon us. But I'm really excited about the quality improvements that we've done.
Absolutely. Altru just launched a new mission and vision statement. I'm going to say it verbatim here. The relentless pursuit of excellence for the health of our community. It just makes so much sense to me, but I'm curious about the relentless part of the vision statement.
Yeah, we both love our new mission, vision, values, but the relentless part comes about always getting better. In healthcare, you can have a knee operation that goes what we think of perfectly. The opportunity after that to debrief with your team and say, hey, what could we do better? How can we do better for the next patient? That relentless pursuit in everything we do is what really kind of drives us and what kind of caught me when I initially read it.
That word relentless was very purposeful, that we have something that was a real active word, that we're never satisfied with quality, service, safety, all the things we do for the customer, that it is top of mind always. How do we just get sort of 1 inch better? We do a lot of book clubs as a leadership team, and we just finished James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. And the whole kind of premise of that book is the aggregation of small incremental improvements. And he talks about if you get 1% better every day, by the end of a year, you'll be 37 times better at whatever that is. And so that's kind of the spirit of our vision statement.
The pursuit part of it really spoke to me, especially when you're thinking about ending interpersonal violence. Of course, that 1%, maybe that'll help me now, because so many times you feel like, gosh, there's exerting all this effort and all this, and we still have the problem, right? So maybe I'll focus on the 1%, and then pretty soon it'll be 37. But we certainly couldn't do it without partnerships like Altru Health System. There's so many people that impact our lives, of our clients every day. And then in addition to that, my last question is really more on a personal note, because you're both, of course, very influential leaders at Altru Health System and have been for Dr. Deere in the community for a really long time, but you also give personally to CVIC, and you did it right away. Your first breakfast, you joined our Dream Maker Society, which for some of our viewers who may not know, that's a donor who makes the substantial commitment of at least 5 years. We have over 207, almost 270, I believe. So we're hoping to continue to grow that, because that's the type of friend that wants to stick in this with the long haul. So I'm just curious, what it means to you to contribute to ending a really big vision like ending interpersonal violence.
Yeah, I can take that. Liz, my wife, and I, originally, this was probably the first charitable large donation that we ever did. We are fortunate in our upbringing to, not have to deal with what some have to deal with, and the opportunity for us to lean in and really help out with resources was something that we thought was something that we could do for the greater good of our community.
To the saying of to whom much has been given, much is required, that in any community you're in, be a part of the solution. And obviously CVIC, sort of the master vision and all the work that happens each and every day spoke to both my wife and I as well. And growing up in a house where addiction was very prevalent, I also know the power of it takes a village to solve some of these really tough societal problems. And so working with a group like CVIC, obviously professionally on the Altru side, there's a lot of synergies and alignment, but personally really, really spoke to me, and so was very happy to be a part of it.
Well, I so appreciate both of your leadership, your investment in our long-range vision to end violence, and we are looking forward to getting a tour of the new hospital.
Thank you.
Thank you.